Patrick Haggerty here, Basin Youth for Christ, John chapter 12. Jesus has just ridden into Jerusalem, his triumphal entry, and we pick up the story in verse 20 of John chapter 12. It says this: some Greeks who had come to Jerusalem for the Passover celebration paid visit to Philip, who was from Bethsaida in Galilee. And they said, "Sir, we want to see Jesus." Philip told Andrew about it, and they went together to ask Jesus. Jesus replied, "Now the time has come for the Son of Man to enter into his glory. I tell you the truth, that unless a kernel of wheat is planted in the soil and dies, it remains alone. But its death will produce many new kernels, a plentiful harvest of new lives. Those who love their life in this world will lose it. Those who care nothing for their life in this world will keep it for eternity." Three quick things. First of all, the Greeks. Greek-speaking, we don't know if they're Greek-speaking Jews or if they're just flat-out Greeks. Gentiles, right? Non-Jews. Well, they're in Jerusalem, and they make this statement that I wish that we would all make. And they say, hey, we want to see Jesus. We want to meet Jesus. There are people out there right now in our world living in the midst of all this chaos that we live in. And we maybe walk by and we think, oh, those people aren't interested. They don't hang out with us. They don't associate with us, or they don't go to church, or I don't even know that person, or that person, I don't even speak the same language. And so we begin to think, well, I can't talk to that person, or maybe they're not interested in Jesus. Well, here's a great example that we don't have the right to say that. We don't know who's wondering about Jesus or who isn't. We need to help people meet Jesus, because there are many people out there, even unsuspecting ones, who are curious, who really want to know. All we have to do is just talk with them about it. So they bring him to Jesus, and then Jesus makes this statement. He says, I tell you the truth, unless a kernel of wheat is planted in the soil and dies, it remains alone. But its death will produce many new kernels, a plentiful harvest of new lives. And Jesus is speaking here about his coming death. And that in his death and then his subsequent resurrection, that he is going to be victorious, and there's going to be a plentiful harvest, not only of Jews, but also of Greeks. And it doesn't matter whether you are a Jew or a non-Jew, a Jew or a Gentile, anyone who comes to the Lord, he says this: those who love their life in this world will lose it. If all we do is live for this world and the things of this world, and we think, oh, I don't have time for Jesus, I'm just going to build up my own sort of kingdom, my own life, and I'm going to do what I want to do. According to Jesus, you keep living that way, you're going to lose your life. Not just this physical life, but eternal life. Then Jesus says, those who care nothing for their life in this world, those who aren't all about living in this world, but they have their mindset focused on wanting to see Jesus and living for Jesus and placing their faith in Jesus, he says this: for those people, they will keep their life for eternity. You'll keep your life for eternity. You'll enter into eternal life. And you won't just live for this life alone. No, you'll live for the Lord and for his purpose on this earth and for the promise and the hope of heaven. And in doing so, we gain everlasting life. And that offer applies to everyone. The people that you think are interested and the people that maybe you think aren't interested. The people you associate with that you're comfortable with, and people that are currently outside. Let's tell people about Jesus. Time is so short. People want to know. Let's share the truth of Jesus with our friends, our family members, people we go to school with, people we work with, whoever. Let's be about that business. May the Lord bless you.